good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's me, Mr. Kraus, trying to help you guys. Help you with what, that is? Well, that's a good question. We are trying to work on MLA formatting a Google Doc. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Here's a Google Doc. You'll notice that most of it's written, or some of it's at least written. I would encourage you guys to keep typing if you have like a rhythm or you feel some momentum. When you get stuck, then you can MLA format. Or even better yet, somehow you finish the Google Doc, your mini essay, your essay, and then wrap it up with some formatting, right? So that's the goal. What does that mean? That just means, hey, type it first. If I can get my clicker here. There she goes. It brings up my toolbar across the top. Now I know I can edit this bad boy. How do we edit efficiently? Keyboard shortcuts help. Command A will select all. Then I'm going to move over here into this A thing. This is where I start formatting. You take a look. I think it's a good idea to click normal text. That should hopefully get rid of all your formatting. Then we go into font, scroll all the way down to that T word. Everything is Times New Roman, right? So if I stick Command A, that's a good trick. Now I know everything is Times New Roman. Everything is size 12 font. So we're cruising, right? We're almost done formatting this thing, to be honest with you. We're still in Command A. We're going to update or expand the spacing to double spacing. And that concludes what we can do with the A icon up here. What did we do? We got size 12, we got Times New Roman, and we got double spacing. If we just click on the essay, make sure, Command A, make sure everything's left aligned. So that's another good one. Then you would click over here at your title and use the toolbar centering function. Now your title is centered. If you're writing an essay for Mr. Kraus, I encourage you to have a clever title. I think that fits nicely with the modern world of blogging and vlogging, where you have clickbait sort of titles and trying to get eyeballs on your paper, right? For a teacher, I do get a kick out of some clever titles, which somehow doesn't seem to hurt your grade and maybe even do better than that. A couple more tips here for formatting. Your start of your paragraph should be indented. On your keyboard, there should be a tab key. Hit it once. And what's cool about that, once you start the paragraph structure, Google Docs, Microsoft Word, if you notice down here, it's going to know that you want to keep indenting. And that's true, right, if you were writing a multiple paragraph essay. So that's good to know. So again, a tab key one time, and you end up with an indent. Okay. Last, well, not last, but moving right along, we definitely want to insert a page number. And so we're going to click this plus icon, and then we're going to look for page number. Click on that, and then we're going to click this icon right here because our page numbers go in the upper right. This one happened to already have it, but make sure using the arrow keys, don't delete that gray one. That'll mess you guys up. And then you want to type in your last name, space. The student's last name happens to be Long, and then there is a space. You should hit Command A here. You should go back into that icon. I don't know why it didn't open. There it goes. And we click on text. Come on. There it goes. Make sure it's Times New Roman size 12. Again, everything should be size 12 Times New Roman. Let's do this, guys. Let's make sure, this is a little bit of bonus. I believe lots of teachers do this. You want to make sure your signal phrase is present with a comma, and then do Mr. Kraus, do your English teachers a favor, make it blue so we know you have a signal phrase. Speaking of your context, it should be, come on, there it goes. It should or could start within the story, your context. Right there in the story. If you're doing that, can you guys make that pink for us? Not cyan colored, but pink. And we're good. And so now we have a good beginning or an opening to our context, and we have a good transition away from our context. with a signal phrase, so an opening phrase and a closing phrase, so to speak, and that sets up your quote. Can you guys make sure that your topic sentence, in this case, this is a character CQT, can you make sure that it is emboldened? And then you should match that emboldening with your clincher, your closing sentence. Some teachers like to call it a summary sentence, a conclusion sentence, a concluding sentence, the bottom bun. Oh my God, there's so many names. I personally call it a clincher. It starts with a fancy fanboy, and we're going to embolden that as well. Can you guys make sure a couple more things? Go ahead and highlight the parenthetical citation. Go ahead and highlight that in the lightest blue you can find. And what we're looking for is that one period at the very end. Make sure that's there as well. These are just good things that make sure your writing is going to get the best score possible, okay? So we've emboldened our topic sentence. We've sort of given a pink introduction to our context, a blue signal phrase that ends our context, then there's our quote, and we're going to bookend our whole paragraph. Go away. We're going to bookend our whole paragraph with an emboldened topic sentence, and then the bottom bun or clincher sentence will also be emboldened. All the meat and potatoes of your essay writing, that beautiful CQT, is in the middle. I hope that makes a lot of sense to you guys for MLA formatting and a little bit of color coding. I wish you all the best on your essay writing and getting the best score. I'll see you in the classroom soon. Have a great one. Fight 5.